The Purge is a movie released in 2013 starring Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey, written and directed by James DeMonaco. And this movie is interesting and fascinating. I love the story behind this movie. It's essentially sort of almost a social commentary in the idea of us just accepting that we are inherently violent and feeding into that in order just to bring crime and unemployment down, and almost resorting to some of the most inhumane methods in order just to realize that goal. It is a really interesting world that we get to see in this movie. So, this movie is set in a futuristic America where essentially crime is down, unemployment is down, and it's all due to one event every year, and that is over a 12-hour period, all crime is legal, including murder. In this movie, we follow the Sandin family. So Ethan Hawke is the dad, Lena Headey is the mum, and it's all about their actions during Purge night. Now, Ethan Hawke's character is a sort of security salesperson or runs a security company and has basically kitted out the entire neighborhood with a state of the art security system built for the Purge, including his own house. And that's made them almost the envy of the neighborhood because they've essentially built on massive additions to their house, a massive house already. And it's, you do get to see like a little bit of tension between the neighbors and Lena Headey's character, sort of making mention about that. And we get the impression that the Sandin family, they always sit out the Purge. They don't engage in it. They just sit in their house, protected, and wait for the Purge to be over. On this occasion, however, the Sandin's son, Charlie, decides to take in a homeless person when he bangs on the door begging to be let in because he's being chased. The gang that's chasing him track him down to this house and they give an ultimatum. They say, you either deliver that homeless man to us so we can purge, as is our right, or we will break in and we'll kill you and him. So it's down then to the Sandins to hunt down this man that's inside their house and has disappeared and hand him over, or face the consequences. Now, I really do like every single part of this movie. It's absolutely superb in its delivery. The Firstly, the chilling ultimatum that's given by polite leader, as he's known. He is just absolutely superb. The way he just smiles into the camera, he, essentially makes an extra effort to deliver every single word with intent, so that there is truth behind his threats. He is deadly serious. And yeah, the key thing about what he says is allow us to purge as is our right. And it's almost like the argument is made for carrying guns in America, for gun crime in America. It's our right to have a gun, so therefore we're going to use it. It's our right to purge, therefore we're going to. And the world building in this movie as well was absolutely superb. You don't really get to see much of, obviously, the outside world, outside of the Sandins' sort of life. But just in those few glimpses before the Purge takes place, you get to see that everyone is essentially acting very passively aggressively because they are all wearing false smiles. They are all trying their best to be polite because you get the sensation or get the feeling that actually everybody's repressing their urges for confrontation and aggression, saving it all for one night, for that 12-hour period where they can just unleash everything. And in the words of the polite leader, unleash the beast. And the horror element of this movie comes about from the idea of you just being completely alone on Purge night. There is no police, there's no ambulance, there's nobody to call upon for help. You are on your own against, anybody who might feel as though you've wronged. Anybody's out there to try and kill you, to do anything else. I mean, the movie focuses in primarily on murder, but realistically, all crime is legal. So, even worse things than that could happen and no one's there to help you. And that is the horrific nature of this movie. But I think there are so many interesting aspects to this film, so many interesting aspects to this story. I mean, for example, you have Ethan Hawke's daughter is dating an older man. Now, Ethan Hawke has banned her from seeing him because of the age gap. This lad or man breaks into the house or stows away inside the house. So when it's locked down, there is nowhere for him to go. He can't get out of the house. And he basically says that he's going to have a man-to-man talk with Ethan Hawke. I know that rhymed. He's going to have a chat with him about this relationship because they can't go anywhere. They can't walk away from this conversation because they're locked in together. And you think Initially, why would you choose Purge night to have this conversation when Ethan Hawke could just shoot you dead? But it turns out he's chosen that night on purpose because his intention is to kill Ethan Hawke. He takes a shot at him, he misses, and ends up dying. But that in itself is a really interesting point, because if it almost brings a question of, if the Purge actually did exist, would we just resort all of our problems like that? Would we, rather than speak to people, rather than address an issue that's going on, would we just sit on it and repress it until Purge night, and then go out and try and kill that person that we feel wronged by? And it really is an interesting point and to dwell on, I would say. And it's also interesting how people just accepted this. So Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey, they're talking to their children, and they're saying to them, just think about all the good the Purge does. Look at the results. Look at the fact the crime rate's down. Look at the fact unemployment's down. People aren't angry anymore. People can just express themselves. People can, unleash their inherent violent nature in a 12-hour period once a year. It's really good. It serves a purpose. And it's just really interesting about how easily people have accepted that. And it is also quite terrifying. And the pacing of this movie is also fantastic. It's spot on. It starts off with normality, sort of showing, the fact the Purge is perfectly normal. It shows what this family does on a normal Purge night, and then it shows when things do start to go wrong, how they deal with it. And just when you think that everything is all fine and well and resolved itself, you realise actually, no, the Purge is still going on. We've still got hours to go. And there's another sort of spanner in the works. There's another twist that comes out of it. And yeah, it keeps you engaged because there's something else to focus on at periodic points throughout the movie. All of that is, all of it results in a really good movie. 4 stars from me. So that was my review of The Purge. Have you guys seen it? What did you guys think about it? Whatever you guys thought, please pop it in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be back with another one shortly, but until then, you guys take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.